So here we're looking at the May-June 2018 chemistry CSEC paper 1. Right, so let's have a look at it. Okay. Allow the screen to clear out. Alright, so which of the following processes suggest that matter is made up of minute particles? Diffusion. The mass number is a number of neutrons plus protons. Right? When an exothermic reaction occurs, energy is it released or absorbed? Isn't energy released to the environment? Which of the following statements best describes the difference between an atom and an ion? So atoms generally contain equal number of protons and electrons, whereas ions have more. No. Alright, we're just speaking about inequalities. Alright. Which of the following pairs of elements are isotopes? So what are isotopes? They're the same number of electrons, and all of them should have the same number of electrons of protons, right? But different number of neutrons. Look at this. Alright, so we see that this can't be it, right? So this can't be it. That's some type of ionic species, alright? So we're saying that the number of protons, so we're saying that number of protons of P and S, they're the same. Number of electrons are the same, but there's a difference in number of neutrons, Q and S. Which of the following elements is an anion? Right? What would form an anion? So it would be probably T. Right? Element Q is, what's element Q? It would be oxygen. Barium is below calcium in group 2 of the periodic table. When both metals react with water, the main observed differences would be in the rate of reaction and the solubility of the product. Let me see something. Barium and calcium. Which of the following aqueous solutions contain 1 mole of hydrogen ions? So, you have a half a mole of sulfuric acid. There would be 1, and I would do it. No. It would be the best answer here. Right? Which of the following substances does not conduct electricity? Right? We're gonna go with ethanol here. A new element R shows properties similar to that of sodium and sulfur. So sodium and sulfur, we know that sodium would be plus and sulfur is what, 2 minus. So wouldn't you need alright, RS2. So let's look at this. Sulfur, the charge on sulfur. Which group is sulfur in? Right? If we know the group, right? Sulfur ionizes, right? Right, what would it be? So sulfur ion would be 2 negative. Right? So sodium sulfide would be similar to it. So sodium sulfide would be Na2S. Right? Would make sense. Because if you have 2 negative here, you need 2 sodiums to cancel that negative charge. Right? Which two elements above, when combined with each other, form an ionic compound? Alright, so the atomic number here is 3. Remember, atomic number and number of electrons are similar. Right? So if you have atomic number 3, we know our electronic configuration would be 2, 1. If we have 6, it would be 2. Right, it would be 2, leaving 4. Right, 17. We know that 17 would be what? 2. 2, 8. This would be 10 and leaving 7. And 18 would be what? 2, 8, 8. Right? So which would give an ionic compound? Right? It should be probably 1 and 3. The number of shared electron pairs in methane molecule is 4. Which of the four? Let me just try it real quick. 4. Which of the following statements specifies the formation of a metallic bond? Metal ions are held together in a sea of anions. Dope. Cations are held together by a sea of mobile electrons. A solution having pH of 1 will react with zinc. React with acetone. React with zinc metal to produce hydrogen. Acid and metal. Right? The electrolysis of aqueous copper sulfate solution using copper electrodes, the anode will decrease in mass. Alright, let's look at this one. Which of the following elements forms molecules containing two atoms? This would be C. Which of the elements has atoms with 2 electrons in their outer shell? Alright, 2 electrons would be group 2. Right? Which of the following statements is true of carbon monoxide? It is an, acidic gas. Adding dilute sulfuric acid to which of the following copper compounds would the least suitable method of preparing copper sulfate? Alright, look at the preparation of copper sulfate. Alright, so if we add sulfuric acid, is it sulfuric acid? Dilute sulfuric acid to what? I want you guys to check out this question. What will be the best answer to this question here? Alright. The creation of copper sulfate. Alright. So what do we use to create copper sulfate? Right? So I remember doing this reaction. It was a little bit iffy, I may say. Right, so we have to add it. Let me see. I want you guys to have a look at this. I would believe that would be the copper carbonate. 21, which of the following substances is not true? Well, statement is not true. Ammonia is a weak electrolyte. Sulfuric acid is a strong electrolyte. True. Sure. Copper is a strong electrolyte? Nope. Which of the following techniques may be used to separate a mixture of plant pigments and individual components? This would be paper chromatography. Right? Which of the following compounds is reduced? Right? So we're looking at this here. Reduction. Right? So this would be reduced. And oxidized would be SO2. Alright, which of the following substances, when added to pure water, significantly increases water's conductivity? This would be sodium chloride. Which of the following diagrams best illustrates the course of an exothermic reaction? Right? It should be A. Exothermic reactions products are lower than reactants because it releases energy. Alright, let's look at this now. A substance Y reacts with an ammonium salt to produce ammonia gas. Y must be an acid. An example of a substance with a giant covalent structure would be diamond. An ion with a single negative charge may be converted to a neutral charge by the same element by gaining an electron. On adding aqueous hydrochloric acid, the solution in a test tube, or to a solution in a test tube, a gas is given off that extinguishes a burning splint. This would be carbonate ions. The main substances responsible for acid rains would be sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Alright. Let's look at this now. Z is a brown gaseous oxide, right, which is soluble in water. It turns moist litmus paper red. So this is an acidic oxide, most likely nitrogen oxide. Sulfur is used in which of the following processes: the vulcanization of rubble, manufacture of explosives 1 and 3. Which of the following metals will not displace hydrogen from dilute acid? Will not displace hydrogen from dilute acid. We're looking at the weakest here. So which one of these fall under hydrogen in the electrochemical series, right? So let me see which one here. I would believe that aluminum falls under it, copper falls above it, iron falls above it, zinc. Doesn't zinc fall below it? Zinc falls below hydrogen. Aluminum will be the lowest, so we're going to go with aluminum. Which of the following lists contains all the raw materials used for extraction of iron? It would be air, coke, iron ore, and limestone. A property of metals is that they tend to be discharged at the positive electrode, lose electrons. Metals tend to lose electrons, that's true. Form negative ions, that's not true. Be resistance, that's not true. Discharge as a positive electrode, that won't be true. I think it would be lose electrons. Which of the following procedures can be used to identify ammonia gas? Placing red and blue litmus paper in a jar of gas. It has to be moist though. Well, it doesn't. Moist would be preferred. Why is aluminium more resistant to the corrosion than iron? Thank you. Alright, this is because aluminum oxide would be produced, right? So it protects aluminum oxide, but it can't protect iron, right? Alright, so looking at which one best shows hydrogen and bromide. So we know that hydrogen will be this. How many covalent bonds are there in a nitrogen molecule? This would be 3 covalent bonds. Right. Which of the metals is likely to form a soluble hydroxide? So no reaction here. Reacts with water, but probably would be Y reacts readily with cold water. Aluminium is manufactured by the electrolysis of pure molten aluminum oxide, while iron is manufactured by the reduction of its ore hematite. Which of the following statements about aluminium and iron is true? Iron is more reactive than aluminium. Aluminium is more. Iron cannot be obtained through electrolysis, or electricity is cheap near. Alright, so what are we looking at? Which one is more reactive? Alright, so it's going to be iron. Iron is more reactive than aluminum. Alright, which of the following substances is an important constituent of chlorophyll? Magnesium. Which of the following metals will not react with water under any condition? Alright, under any condition it will not react with water. I think this would be copper. Which of the following metals forms an oxide which cannot be reduced by hydrogen? So looking at which one is really more reactive, right? I think this would be lead. Which of the following contains a saturated hydrocarbon? Saturated. C. Which of the following compounds can be dehydrated? C. Let me check something. Natural gas, doesn't that speak to the enes? If vinegar is an acid, acid can be dehydration alcohols. I think it's that. If you have an issue, you could please go into the comment section about that. Alright. How many isomers of butane are there? Right, so the isomers of butane. Right, now the isomers of butane, you will probably have to draw them out, really, but you really only have N-butane and isobutane, to be very honest. Everything also creates a bent chain and not an isomer. Ethene cannot be directly converted to what? I believe it would be ethanoic acid. Which of the following structures represents molecule of butene? Butene would be here. Alright, which of the substances is soluble in water? Alright, what is soluble in water? Did you A would be soluble in water? Which of the following substances is used as a monomer in addition polymerization? Would be B. The major natural source of alkanes and alkenes is natural source. Probably be from the Earth's crust. When a hydrocarbon molecule is cracked, which two smaller molecules are produced, an alkane and an alkene 1 and 2. Here we have the structure. The forward reaction is known as the creation of esterification. The reverse is known as hydrolysis. Right? Which of the following features is not true of all homologous series of compounds? Not true. They have the same functional groups. They have the same empirical formula. I don't think they have the same empirical formula. Alright, so here now, the fermentation of sugars using glucose as a substrate can be represented as glucoses. C6H12O6 plus 6O2 gives us 6, everything is 6 across there, right? Which of the following series does this belong to? This is an carboxylic acid, this is a carboxylic acid, right? And here we're looking at which of the following molecules molecular formulae presents alcohol boils at 160, right? So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. So 50, 60 would be along this line, and this would be 6 carbons, right? So if we look at this now, 3 and 3, this would be 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, easy answer. Alright, so this has been the June 2018 paper 1 for CSEC chemistry. Alright, if you found it helpful, please leave a like, alright, and just subscribe. for more content. So tell me which paper I should do next.